Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my tiny 12 by 12, and we are officially kicking off the Milk Crate series. Or it's a really big grasshopper over here, and he's like eyeing me right now. I know you guys have been dying for me to put more details and more videos into the Milk Crate, so that's where we're starting on today's video. So that being said, today we're talking about installation. One is fabric liner, which was purchased from the dollar store, and two, cardboard. Pros and cons to both, right? So let's first go over the cons for both. The cons for the cardboard for me have definitely been the pill bugs and the aesthetic factor. Some gardeners' aesthetics are important, and I am one of those gardeners. Aesthetics matter to me. So the main thing for me is just cutting it to size. That is something you're going to have to consider when you use your milk crate. The milk crates, sometimes it's a little tedious. Occasionally I forget the scissors. Sometimes it just doesn't come out straight, and overall it doesn't always have the clean finish that I'm looking for. On with the cardboard is that unfortunately it attracts insects and attracts roly-polies. You guys may know them in other parts of the world as like pill bugs, but it's really attracting them, and those little guys are a nemesis for me in my garden. Between those and pincher bugs, the cardboard seems to attract them, so I kind of don't like that, even though I feel like there should be a healthy balance in your garden anyway. So those are the main cons for me when it comes to using the cardboard. Now, the cons for me when using the row cover or fabric liner, whichever you choose, one is that it disintegrates. I purchased it from the 99-cent store, and it was a decent quality, but obviously it was from the 99-cent store, so I had to double it up. With using the shade cloth, I also found that the fabrics aren't sustainable. And two, when you put it in there on the bottom of your container or on the bottom of your milk crate, it kind of shuts off the opportunity for your earthworms and your night crawlers to climb up at night. Some people opt to cut holes in the bottom of their fabric liner, and that's fine too. I just think that it kind of discourages the night crawlers in particular from crawling inside. Main thing for me is that it disintegrates and it gets into your soil, and it's like little pieces of basically fabric inside of your soil, and I didn't want that. I much rather prefer the cardboard breaking down into my soil and becoming soil over time. Though the milk crates are easy for me to find here in Southern California, and I've went to multiple locations to find them, it may not be that easy for some people, and that's also something to consider. That doesn't make it any less sustainable, but in my opinion, it may be a little difficult for some people to find milk crates. So another alternative to milk crates is you can ask the Postal Service for their empty recycled containers. They are free, and they do give them away if you ask. Those are basically like recycled bags that you use at the grocery store, just a thicker quality. They're kind of insulated, and those will last a couple seasons. So now let's talk about pros. Pros with fabric liner is that it is more aesthetic. One, it is more aesthetic. Two, the pro to fabric liner is that if you don't have access to cardboard, it is accessible. And it also comes at a decent price point. If you are on a really minimal budget, you can go to the 99-cent store or even Dollar Tree to find your fabric liner, or you can go to a big box store like Home Depot and also find it, and it's not necessarily always the most expensive thing. The third pro for using fabric liner is that it's similar to a fabric bag, like the bags that you can use to a fabric pot. It's similar to that because what it does do is it air prunes the roots of your plants, and that is also could be beneficial for some plants, but I find that with heavier feeder plants, they like to go down deeper looking for more nutrients. And so I'm not sure, I guess that's something that's debatable at this point, whether heavy feeders like to be air pruned. I'm sure there's some science behind it, but at this time I have not done my diligence to thoroughly look that part of it up. But for me, using it over the past 6 months, I find that my heavier feeding plants do like to go down. The pros of the cardboard: it's a sustainable material. That's the first thing. Number two, it forms as great insulation, and it also breaks down over time, which feeds your beneficial insects, and the following year or two it will turn into soil. So for me, like, it's a win-win, right? The third pro is that it's really accessible, and accessibility matters when you're a tiny gardener and you don't have a lot of options to expand your garden or to purchase things or have a large budget for your garden. Tiny gardening, it can be very easy and very affordable. The winner for me takes the cake. It is an easy pick. Maybe I'll play some music in the video. Cardboard takes the cake. For me, the pros are just outweigh it by far, and those are all beneficial things for me to continue using that sustainable resource in my tiny 12 by 12. Drop a comment down below and let me know which is your favorite. If you're using a milk crate garden system, what do you prefer to insulate? What do you use to line it? Are you in a hot or cold climate? Does that matter for you? Tell me what that looks like down in the comments down below. Have a good day.